Good afternoon. It is a good afternoon. My name's Dan Walsh. I am a vice president for housing development at Trellis and was primarily responsible for the development of this project. Sending greetings from our president, Elizabeth. She actually just got a migraine. Is hopefully in a dark room somewhere. But I'm going to step in. It is an honor to be here with all of you this afternoon. Trellis is really proud of this development. As you all know, as many of you know, project-based rent assistance allows us to sustainably serve extremely low-income residents. And that rent subsidy in many ways is harder to secure than capital funding. The federal Restore and Rebuild rent assistance that we're using at Bluestem was sitting unused on the shelf for years, as it is throughout the country. And it took a couple of strong leaders from the Washington County CDA and a strong team to put it to work. And it's really a special project. I personally am just so thankful to be a part of it. I learned a ton on this project and have a few thank yous. And then we've also got some other speakers. So first, special thank you to those who did the heavy lifting. Frana, the contractor, is amazing. And Trellis Management, who as always jumped in with both feet. Bluestem, as you all have hopefully seen on the tour, has all the amenities and the attention to detail as its market rate neighbors have. The first floor programming, the warmth, the attention to detail, that in large part goes to the project architect from Coss Wilson Griffin and his team. They did a bang-up job. Also our owner's rep, Tammy Fallon, who was a tour guide, and I know she's here. Also, thank you to RBC and GMHF, who are two of Trellis's most important financial partners. They respectively provided, RBC provided the low-income housing tax credit proceeds. GMHF, the Greater Minnesota Housing Fund, provided the first mortgage and bridge financing, utilizing a new federal program in Restore and Rebuild, or new to Trellis anyways. Made us very nervous in the beginning, and we're very thankful to have partners like RBC and GMHF in this work. As I mentioned, the federal funding is so crucial to this project, and I want to thank our federal elected officials who have sent representatives to be present. We have so many elected representatives in the room today, and we're very thankful. But in particular, Senator Amy Klobuchar, who's represented by Allie Glass, Senator Tina Smith, represented by Jack Smith, thank you very much for coming, and Representative Angie Craig, represented by David Chernak. Thank you. There are so many people at HUD to thank. Whole offices that I didn't even know existed until this project. Truly, HUD has so many good people, and many of them shepherded us around potential roadblocks and helped us solve issues. Thank you especially to Abby from Public Housing, the Office of Urban Revitalization, Myrtle from RECAP, Vicky from the General Counsel's Office, and of course, Laura Simpson, Julie Lasota, Tiffany, and the great team at the Minneapolis Multifamily Office. Thank you also to Mayor Bailey, to the city council members, Gretchen Larson, and the team at the city of Cottage Grove. This is Trellis's first project in this great city, and you all made the project better. You asked the right questions and pushed us on the right issues, and you set a high standard for your city, and we really appreciate the warm welcome and partnership. So just two more thank yous. The best for last. A wise person that I have a lot of respect for once told me something that I think is really true, and that this work, this development work, is all about the team. That the easiest things become so hard with weak partners, and the hardest things become so easy with strong partners. And Andy Hughes from Mahoney Development Services, and Carly, Sarah, Kristen, Melissa, the other Washington County commissioners, and really the team at the Washington County CDA they're strong partners. Building public housing and then immediately converting it to project-based Section 8 was a very challenging, possibly crazy thing to do. And it certainly was a big risk to jump into. And Trellis would not have taken that risk without those strong leaders that I just mentioned. I think that Carly and Sarah and Andy, I think you're doing the most innovative, important, affordable housing work in this country. This is one of the first projects in the country to use this federal source. And your partnership is foundational to everything else. Your leadership skills made a lot of very hard things very easy. So Trellis would work with this entire team on anything. Thank you all very much for trusting us. I guess I'll end with, here we are. The easy work is done. We've set the table, literally. And the most important part, the seniors that will call this place home, that part starts now. So thank you all very much for coming. I'll introduce each speaker, starting with Mayor Myron Bailey.
Well, this is a special day when we've got all the different county commissioners down here from the other area, so I'm quite impressed. I'm very impressed. So good afternoon, everyone, and today is truly an honor, maybe I'll push this down a little bit, as we celebrate the completion of this remarkable project. This is as mentioned earlier, this is a 52-unit senior apartment that represents, by the way, much more than just bricks and mortar. It's a place that represents dignity, stability, and community for some of our most valued residents, which of course is our seniors. The city and the Economic Development Authority were honored to support the project with a $185,000 forgivable loan, and we're even more honored to be here today to celebrate this ribbon cutting. So raising families, working hard, volunteering, and giving back is in many ways. Our seniors deserve peace of mind that comes from knowing that they can live safely, independently, and affordably in communities that they help shape. We are deeply committed to being a city where residents can thrive at every stage of life. Supporting affordable seniors is a key part to that vision. As our population ages, the need for more housing that meets fixed income budgets without sacrificing quality or accessibility becomes more urgent. Projects like this are a direct response to that need and a testament to what we can achieve when we all work together with purpose and compassion. I do want to extend my sincere thanks and congratulations to everyone who is involved in bringing this project to life. Trellis Company obviously was a major, at the beginning was quite amazing to work with. And obviously we're here today to celebrate this huge success. Washington County, as I mentioned, our county commissioners here, a bunch of the staff is here. The Washington County CDA, which Dan and I know each other, and I know all the different members that are from the CDA. The Greater Minnesota Housing Fund, HUD, as mentioned earlier, our city staff, and many of our community partners. And then, of course, anybody else that has advocated for this affordable senior complex, we thank you. So again, Cottage Grove is proud to be a part of this project, and to everyone who calls this place home, we want to say welcome you to Cottage Grove, whether you're a resident here that's going to move in here or somebody that's going to, for the first time, call Cottage Grove their home. So congratulations to them, congratulations to Trellis and everybody involved, and look forward to the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Now we'll hear from Commissioner Bingham.
All right, Mayor, I'm gonna lower this even more, buddy. All right, Washington County is proud to be a funding partner in Bluestem Apartments, and I just want to take a moment to do some thanks. I have, I think, all but one of my colleagues here who's actually in Cottage Grove. I won't tell you where he's at, though. Commissioner Miron is here. He's also our representative on the CDA, so thank him for being here. We have Commissioner Clausen from Woodbury and Commissioner Cox from Stillwater, so thank you all for being here. We have former Commissioner but current State Representative Wayne Johnson here as well. We also have, as the Mayor said, I always say it's good to be Mayor, the CDA members. Dan Dingle has been the appointee for many years and appreciate his work on that board. And then also just want to give a shout out to HUD, and also want to thank the senators and congresswomen's representatives between HUD and the congresswomen and senators. This is a shining example of how that federal funding delivers results. I know that message will get brought back, but really appreciate that. I also want to thank the Chamber. Lori Levine is here, Chamber President, for being here, because it's important that we offer the diversity in housing that helps our economy and to make sure that people have access to housing here. So appreciate that. And also to Trellis, thank you, contractors and the workers. I always want to make sure that that is there, but our employees that are here and also the CDA staff that are here, you guys are amazing, so thank you. Another big company that's in Washington County that I got to give a shout out to, because when I would come to Dunkin' Donuts, I saw that Anderson windows are the windows in here. So thank you to the contractors and the CDA who selected Anderson. So anyway, when the county used ARPA, ARPA was passed, American Rescue Plan Act money was passed. That funding was allocated to local governments, and that was used to speed up the recovery from the economic impacts of the pandemic. And it was clear the county board, in its early decisions, wanted to make sure that the construction of new and affordable housing was key to that recovery strategy. And here's why: because rent was increasing way faster than the incomes and the Social Security adjustments were. In 2022, rent increases and Social Security increases, were really outpaced, almost by double. And that led to greater evictions of our seniors, and obviously that led to more of an increase in experiencing homelessness by our seniors, and that's just unacceptable. And so the county worked with the CDA to incentivize the new housing construction, and the Trellis proposal rose to the top, especially when you have a mayor in a city that pounces on every opportunity to grab housing funding in this community to benefit the residents, which we appreciate. Washington County $7.5 million of ARPA funding is long-term investment in individual residents in the communities. And this investment reduces homelessness, improves health, and boosts the local economy. We're very excited about this particular location for Bluestem. Just across the street from Park Grove Library, where there are plenty of engaging programs for all residents. But for seniors, you have the quilting groups on Fridays, you have the Blazing Needs, which is needlework group on Tuesdays, crafting needs, and technology assistance twice a week. And also help with Medicare, intergenerational game night, and many, many more things that our wonderful staff over at Park Grove Library offer. I've already mentioned Dunkin' Donuts, and there's Caribou, and there's also transit circulator service that the county offers. So it's important location for our residents. So I know that the Trellis representative said that they're proud to be here, but as a hometown girl, and I know the mayor this is his hometown as well. We're proud to have you. The county's proud to have you, and we're proud to have the residents. So thank you, everyone, for being here today, and I look forward to the ribbon cutting.
Thank you very much. Now we'll hear from Commissioner Dingle.
Hello, I'm Dan Dingle, Vice President of the Washington County CDA Board of Commissioners, and I see Peg Larson is here on the board, and Fran, and Steve Ryan here, and I think that's who we have left here. And Roger's here. I forgot Roger. Roger Green is here. On behalf of the CDA Board, I want to thank Elizabeth and Dan and the entire team at Trellis for partnering with the CDA to pioneer the HUD Restore and Rebuild initiative. Bluestem Apartments is the first restore and rebuild development in Minnesota, making use of the federal rent assistance made available because of the action taken by the CDA in 2020. I cannot emphasize enough how innovative this approach is. This also means that the CDA, Trellis, and HUD were learning together how to navigate the intricate layers of this new process. The end result is this initiative is 36 apartments with project-based rent assistance for renters with annual income below $32,000. No matter how much or how little their income changes, their affordability will match up. Bluestem addresses the need for deeply affordable housing, particularly for extreme low-income residents and seniors. In addition to the rent assistance units, the CDA provided bonds, tax credits, and gap financing. I want to thank the CDA's development team, especially Carly Schumann and Sarah Bellafelt, on their creativity and tenacity in getting us to today. The CDA is committed to continue our effort to expand affordable housing opportunities in our community, and we envision this development as a future for a model for the future deeply affordable housing initiatives, creating a lasting impact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I could not agree more. And now we're going to hear from the President and CEO of the Greater Minnesota Housing Fund, Andrea Brennan.
Good afternoon. I'm Andrea Brennan, President and CEO of the Greater Minnesota Housing Fund. For those of you not familiar with GMHF, GMHF is Minnesota's largest nonprofit housing-focused community development financial institution, or CDFI. CDFIs play a really important role in our affordable housing system throughout the state and throughout the country. As CDFIs, what we do is we raise low-cost social impact, mostly private capital, that we then provide in the form of lending at lower interest rates to make sure that affordable housing projects like Bluestem are financially feasible. And if we didn't provide this low-cost money, it would just mean that the amount of public subsidy that would be necessary for feasibility would be higher than it is already. So I wanted to also say a couple of thank yous here. Megan Sanders and Wes Johnson are way back there. They're on my team, and they have worked very hard with the team here to help make this project happen. And the role of CDFIs is not just to bring capital, but to bring creative solutions. And so to be able to work like deep in the trenches and help make sure that new innovative projects like this can happen. So I really want to I'm glad to see members of the federal delegation here, Congresswoman Craig, Senator Smith and Klobuchar here. They are huge supporters of CDFIs nationally, and so just want to take this opportunity to thank them for the support for the work that we do. Our role here is we're providing a $2.1 million amortizing first mortgage loan that was made possible because of funding from the federal CDFI fund. We are also providing construction and bridge loan financing to this as well. The other thing I really just want to give a shout out, because I've in my whole career of doing this work, I've never been able to say this. This Fair Cloth to Rad innovation here is a really, really, really big deal. I have before working for GMHF, I worked for the city of Minneapolis, and Minneapolis sat down and tried to crack that nut. And has not yet been able to do it. So I want to say that I believe that I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I believe that there's over 1,500 units statewide that could be tapped through this innovative new Fair Cloth to Rad program. So I, for one, GMHF, we're a statewide organization. I'm going to be lifting this project up, and the leadership from the city of Cottage Grove, from Washington County, from HUD, and from Trellis. And Trellis also is a statewide developer. So I think that there's a lot more of this work that we can do across the state of Minnesota. But this truly is not just a benefit to Cottage Grove and Washington County. This is truly a benefit to the whole state in showing what can be done. And there's more of these resources that we could deploy in this way. So just huge congratulations. We were so thrilled to be part of this really great projects. Thank you.
That was very well said. Thank you. This was an especially strong team. This is how it can work really well in all facets. So thank you all very much. That concludes the speaker portion. If you are the head of a major lender, an elected official, or just other prominent community stakeholder, please exit out and we will do a ribbon cutting. And for everyone else, feel free to take a tour. Please eat this great food, and otherwise, thank you all very much for coming.
Oh, good. All right, ready? We'll take a few shots here before we cut. So wonderful, looks great, guys. Okay, and should we cut on 3? Is everyone ready? Everyone else is good? Okay, 1,